Hey everyone, it's Vesna here, and I want to talk about being accidentally overweight as an entrepreneur. So it's not uncommon to realize at some point in your business that you've stacked on some kilos or some pounds, and it could happen with launching when you're working longer hours. It could just happen over time. One of my clients, she said that she gained 12 kilos and she felt like the weight had just jumped on her, like it just happened so fast that she didn't even notice. And that's really common, okay? And so even though you probably eat quite well, it's really frustrating to see that weight going up rather than going down. Okay, so you might find yourself, your clothes feel tighter, maybe around the midsection, maybe you've got a wardrobe full of clothes that you're still hoping to get into, okay, but you can't yet. And like I said, even though you eat probably pretty well, maybe you're doing some activity, maybe it's not a full workout routine, but you are keeping yourself active and the weight doesn't shift. So I want to talk about why that happens, okay, particularly in women in business and entrepreneurs, is because often when you're busy and you're working longer hours, there's just too much on your plate and you end up cutting some corners, and those corners end up being your self-care, okay? So you'll stay up later, you'll need more caffeine or probably be going out drinking more, or you're going to go for foods that are going to be rich in carbohydrates and sugars to keep you awake and to keep you going, okay? So that happens innocently over time, and what happens then is once we've been in this kind of high stress state for a while, then our body no longer uses fat for fuel and instead it requires more glucose. Okay, so one of the key areas that we look at in order to get your metabolism back online so you can shift the weight without having to spend all your time in the kitchen or at the gym. So really doing it quite simply. So with the client that I mentioned that gained the 12 kilos, what we did for her was, it was so simple, the little tweaks that we made to her nutrition, that she was able to lose the weight, okay? And so she felt like she was eating pretty well as it was, and she realized just with some of the few tweaks that we made that she could definitely have eaten better, but it was easy for her to maintain. She didn't have to cook another meal for her family. She was running her own company. She had 2 kids. She didn't need to be in the kitchen all night. So these are things that are really, really simple to weave into your busy day. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the adrenals. So the adrenal glands are our glands that we've heard a lot about in relation to adrenal fatigue, but they're our glands that respond to stress and help us to adapt to stress. And so if there's been chronic stress for a long time, we are going to, like I said, put our body in a state of needing more glucose rather than burning body fat for fuel. Okay, so in order for our body to lose weight naturally, easily, our body maintains our weight easily, okay, it should do when our metabolism is working properly, okay, and so when we're relaxed is when our body loses weight, okay. So if we're stressed, we're not going to be able to, or we're really going to struggle to lose weight, okay, because our body switches its fuel, okay, it goes from fat to glucose, okay. The second area that we need to look at is the liver. So the liver is important for, again, there's 3 key systems for the metabolism: the adrenals, the liver, and the thyroid, okay? And they all have to be working properly. They have to be healthy systems in order for your metabolism to be high, in order for you to lose the weight. So the liver is the second key area. So the liver breaks down fats, it helps to activate our hormones, but it cleans our system and it cleans our blood. One of the key things with the liver is that if there's more toxicity in our body, so if we've stored more toxins, which is going to happen when we're stressed, okay, then in order to keep in order for our body to keep us safe from those toxins, it actually stores it in fat cells. And in order for us to lose the weight, we actually need to have a healthy functioning liver, because the liver doesn't want to release the toxins or the toxicity out of the fat cells because it's not ready to process it, okay, because doesn't have full function. So liver is a really key area for losing weight, okay. And the third one is the thyroid, okay, and I have no doubt that you've heard a lot about the thyroid, but the thyroid gland is kind of the queen of our metabolism, okay, and so it helps us to burn fat while we're working, while we're resting, while we're eating. And we want to make sure that we have a proper functioning thyroid. We want to make sure that we get nutrition for the thyroid gland. And that also too, that we're finding ways to reduce our stress, okay? Because when we're stressed, our thyroid and our adrenal glands kind of work hand in hand. And so when we're stressed, we're basically going to block the activity of our thyroid hormones, which means our metabolism will slow down, we'll be more prone to gaining weight, okay? So those are three key systems, so adrenals, liver and the thyroid, which are really important to regulate your metabolic burn rate or your metabolism, okay? So making sure that you're burning fat all day long, okay, even while you're sleeping. And if that's not the case for you and you find that your weight is slowly creeping up, then I'm doing a workshop this week, and I'm going to talk more about how you can repair your metabolism, how you can work on those key systems, what foods to eat in order to bring your metabolism back online, not just to lose weight. Okay, obviously weight is a big thing that we all tend to focus on, but with your metabolism back online, you get your energy back as well. Okay, and so with your energy back, you're more likely to go and work out. You're more likely to make better food choices. Okay, so when you're tired, you are not going to exercise, and you're going to struggle to eat well. Okay, so when the body's stressed, it does require more carbohydrates, and you're going to go for more sugars to keep you going. Okay, so I'm going to talk more about that on the workshop. So I'm going to put a link above and below this video. The workshop is completely free. It is. I'm going to be talking about how to reset your adrenals, to conquer fatigue and unexplained weight gain in as little as 7 days. So I'm really going to give you a nutritional plan for 7 days that you can see like a quick change in your energy and a shift in your body where you'll feel lighter and the weight will start to come off. So if this speaks to you, come and join me on this workshop this week. I'd love to see you there. Bye for now.